Hey, I just wanted to give you guys a warning before you listen to the episode. I had some issues with the audio files. I accidentally deleted my own personal audio file, which then led me to use all three of Ricky, Scott's, and myself's audio in one same track and everything, which caused Ricky's mic to bleed into my track, so you may hear some loud screeching sounds and everything. I did my best to try to get them out, but just be warned, if you're on headphones, your eardrums might get hurt a little bit, so just be aware not to have your volume up all the way. But anyway, here is episode 8. Welcome to the Free Kick Podcast. My name is Todd, and after an intense first 7 episodes, we have finally made it to the round of 8. And the first game to kick off the round of 8, we have Scott versus Ricky. So I want to welcome both of you guys back on the show, and congratulations to you guys for both making it this far.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pleasure.
Thank you. It's the greatest achievement of my life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Only had to play one game to get to the round of 8. It's a lot of games you guys had to play to get here, but we're here and everything. And like I said, congratulations to making it this far, even though one game. But it's always a blast talking to you guys and just everybody else, or just talking to Union fans in general. And if you guys haven't listened to Scott or Ricky's previous game, I suggest going back to listen, because Scott's game against Ken, that was one of 4 games in the round of 16 that came down to the last question, while Ricky blew by Tyler easily. So I'm not going to give you guys the final scores, but they were definitely intense games and everything. I guess not so much for Ricky's game, but still a good episode and everything. But before we get started, do you guys feel more or less confident now that we're going into your second game each?
I mean, like I said in the last episode I was on, like, I hadn't listened to it before, so I had vague understanding based on somebody randomly mentioning something in the Zoom chat that some of the Union fans have been doing every Friday, and I was like, okay. So I kind of had an idea of something that was going to happen, but I was just like, the questions will be different. Even if I'm prepared for what it is, I might as well just go in blind. And now I'm like, well, there's not a lot of preparing you can do for this, I feel.
Before I was on a Premier League podcast, and so they would always do like the current season and everything. So it's like, well, if you watch the games every week, you have a better understanding and everything. But with me, pulling questions out from the start of the team to the current season and everything, and it's like, it's a lot of players you got to remember. It's a lot of events. So it's like, if your memory is great. If not, then well, good luck to you. But what about you, Scott?
I mean, I didn't listen to the other. I didn't listen to the other games, but I don't have a lot of confidence going into today. The format, like I said on Twitter, like it's brutal for me. Of the whole the true false kind of stuff of did you get 15 goals or was it 16? You're like I don't know that I'm going to do that well. I mean, I know a lot about the Union, but did this player wear this number in true or false in 2013? Like those are guesses. So some of those are a little tougher for me. In which case, I don't have a lot to feel confident about. I don't know. And if Ricky went in a blowout, like that's just flexing, right? Like he's just kind of announcing his presence with authority.
Yeah. But anyway, let's go ahead and start with the first category, which is 5 and 25. So if you're new to listening to the podcast, 5 and 25 is where I ask each contestant 5 questions, and they have 25 seconds to answer the questions. The clock starts after I read the first question. If a contestant doesn't know the answer, they can say skip, and we can go back to the question if time permits. Each question will be worth 2 points each. Questions, anyone? All right, Ricky, we'll start with you.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
What year did the Union record their most losses in the regular season?
2013.
What year did the Union release goalkeeper Brad Knighton?
2011.
Who led the Union in goals in 2013?
2013, Sebastian Letou.
What nationality is Roland Olberg?
He's Suriname. So Dutch.
Buzzer just went off again, so let me go ahead. Fortunately, my sister's not here, so I'm going to have to take my time. The first question I asked you, though, what year did the Union record the most losses and the regular season. That was 2012. You said 2013, so you 1 year off. What year did the Union release Brad Nutting? You said 2011. You were correct. It was 2011.
Jesus Christ.
Question number 3, who led the Union in goals in 2013? The answer to that was Jack McInerney. He had 12 goals. You said Sebastian Leteau. And then the last question, what nationality is Roland Alberg? He is indeed Dutch. So you went 2 for 5 in that, which gives you 4 points. And now we're going to go over to you, Scott, whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Here we go. The timer starts after I read the first question for you. Here we go. Question number 1. How many regular season games did the Union lose in 2012?
14.
What year did the Union trade Jordan Harvey to Vancouver?
2011.
Who led the Union in goals in 2014?
Connor Casey.
What nationality is Tranquilo Barnetta?
Swiss.
And how many Union players were in the 2016 MLS All-Star game?
1.
It is 2. So you went 2 for 5 also. The first question I asked, how many regular season games did the Union lose in 2012? They lost 18, which 2012 is a year to forget. Question number 2, what year did the Union trade Jordan Harvey to Vancouver? You were correct. That was 2011. They traded him on July 7th. Should never done it, but that's neither here or there. Question number 3, who led the Union in goals in 2014? That was Sebastian Leteau with 12. Question number 4, what nationality is Tranquilo Barnetta? You were right with that. He's from Switzerland. And question 5, how many Union players were in the 2016 MLS All-Star game? It was 2, Andre Blake and Keegan Rosenberry. So I remembered Andre Blake, but I forgot Keegan was in there. So, but not bad. You guys both are tied up. Though with 4 points apiece.
Brutal.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to true false. So we're going to stay with you again for this category. Again, like I said, last episode you were on, this is not time. So you're able to take your time.
Who is you, Todd?
Sorry, with you,
That's
Scott.
me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep. Here we go.
Okay.
Question number 1 for you, Scott.
Go ahead. Right.
Question number 1, Scott. True or false? David Accam has played for the Ghana national team.
True.
Yes, that is true. True or false? Question number 2. In 2011, the highest winning streak the Union were on was 2.
False.
That is indeed true. They started the season 2-0, and then they went back-to-back games in May. So question number 3 for you, Scott. True or false? In 2018, Sergio Santos had 3 yellow cards for the Union.
True.
That is false. Sergio Santos was not on the Union in 2018. They bought him in 2019. So I was hoping I would get somebody with that question. So yes. Here we go. Question number 4. True or false? In 2018, the Union announced Fang.
And I'm sorry, what year?
In 2018, the Union announced mascot Fang.
False.
They did, and indeed announced Fang as a mascot in 2018. It was in September, I believe it was. And here we go. The last question, true or false for you, Scott. Sebastian Leteau has 1 red card in his Union career.
True.
That is false. He has no red cards. I was surprised by that. Hey, I mean, I guess if you want to be in the Ring of Honor...
No, I know he had like 1 yellow card or something like that. Like it took a while to I was watching the game, he got his first yellow, so I wanted to guess. Great. Brutal.
So you went 1 for 5 there, which leaves you with 5 points, Scott. And now, Ricky, we'll go to you. Are you ready?
Yeah, totally.
All right, here we go. First question for you, Ricky. True or false? In 2011, Danny Califf scored the game-winning goal against Houston.
True.
It is true. He scored in the 5th minute. The only goal of that game. Question number 2. True or false? In 2011, the Union had a 3-game tie streak at one point.
3 games in a row, is that what you're saying?
3 games in a row. I worded that difficult, bad.
True.
It is true. It was against Chicago, Houston, and Dallas. Here we go. Question number 3 for you. True or false? In 2011, Ali Moreno was second for the Union in assists.
False.
It is true. He was in second with 7 assists. Here we go. Question number 4. True or false? The most shutouts the Union have recorded in a season is 12.
False.
It is true. And here we go. The last true or false question for you, Ricky. True or false? The Union had 3 total red cards last year in the regular season.
So you're saying they had 3 total last year in the regular season? Regular season.
Yep, regular season.
Okay. So Marco Fabian. I'm going to go false.
It is true. So you're right with Marco Fabian. The other 2 were Kai Wagner and Austin Trusty. So you went 2 for 5 there. and that leads you with 6 points. So it's still anybody's ball game. Scott has 5 points, like I said, and Ricky has 6. And that takes us to the final category, which is, of course, name the union player. In this final category, contestants will go head-to-head against each other in guessing the union player I'm describing. I'll give 5 clues, and each contestant can buzz in whenever they think they know the player. Contestants will buzz in by saying their name. If a contestant answers the wrong answer, that will freeze them out until the next round. Each question will be worth 3 points each. So again, if you guys are new to this, not Ricky or Scott, but you, the listeners, so all it takes is Ricky to say his name, and then he gets a shot at it. But if he gets it wrong, then it freezes him out till the next player. So are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Player number 1 played for FC Nantes. Hint number 2, scored a brace against Real Salt Lake. Hint number 3, played for the Union in 2015.
Scott.
Go ahead, Scott.
Noguera.
It is not Noguera. So you have 2 more hints, Ricky. And hint number 4 is from Venezuela. First name, Fernando.
It's Aristigueta.
It is indeed Aristigueta. All right, here we go, guys. Player number 2 is a striker. Hint number 2, scored his first MLS goal against Sporting Kansas City. Hint number 3 is a Jamaican. Hint number 4, played 1 season for the Union in 2014. And hint number 5, first name Brian.
Ricky.
Good, Ricky.
Brian Brown.
It is indeed Brian Brown. So that gives you another 3 points. Here you go, guys. Player number 4 played college soccer for Clemson. Hint number 2 is a defender. Hint number 3 played for AC Milan. Hint number 4 scored his only goal for the Union against DC United.
Ricky.
Good, Ricky.
Aguchi Onyewu.
It is indeed Aguchi Onyewu. Here we go. Player number 4 is a homegrown. Hint number 2, played club soccer in Delaware. Hint number 3, made his debut in 2018. Hint number 4, scored his first Union goal against New England.
Ricky.
Go ahead, Ricky.
Anthony Fontana.
It is indeed Anthony Fontana. And player number 5, guys, is again another homegrown. Is a midfielder. Has played for the U.S. national team. Go ahead, Scott.
Aronson.
It is indeed Brendan Aronson. So here we go, guys. I will go ahead and tally up your points.
Oh, that was awful.
I knew the last one on the second question because it seemed like something that you were like, oh, I need to come up with something quick. Who's the first person I can think of?
Yeah, Aronson. Well, I was thinking Ali Bedoya, but I was like, I said FC Nantes already, so I didn't want to give that hint again.
The Aristigueta one where I was just sitting here like, I could say Bedoya, but I'm going to wait a second. And then when he said what he said, I was like, well, it's obviously Aristigueta because you knocked out the other option I had.
This is a game I was not expecting at all to happen this way and everything. But Ricky comes away with 18 points in this game, and Scott came away with 8 points. So congratulations to you, Ricky, for moving on to the next game. And tough game, Scott. But like you said earlier in the episode, true or false, you're like, I know a lot of information, but the true or false award really killed you in that round, going 1 for 5. But hey, I mean, it's like you have a 50-50 shot, and it's just like, it's hard knowledge and everything. So it's like you might know a lot about the team, but when it's a 50-50 question like that and everything, it's like...
Yeah, it's good. Lot of fun. I appreciate you taking the time to do all this stuff. Congratulations, Ricky. Good luck moving forward.
Yeah, man, it was a great game, and honestly, before the last round, it was you were a point behind, and we kept neck and neck. It was very impressive, honestly.
Yeah. Well, we missed everything, so it wasn't.
Yeah, we kind of both just had 2 really bad rounds, and then the last round, I just had all the answers.
Yeah, absolutely. But thank you guys again, both of you guys, for participating in this tournament. And Ricky, you are going on to the round of 4 and everything. So once we get the other games played, we'll again do the drawing and see who you come up against. But Scott, I've told everybody else that's been on the show, you're more than welcome to come back on. And who knows, when we'll get MLS again. I know we were talking. So, once I'm done this tournament, I'm going to be scrapping for content and everything. So I might as well just start bringing back fans and everything and just hearing their stories, how they got on to be a Philadelphia Union fan, see how they got their soccer roots and everything. But go ahead, Ricky. Once again, tell everybody where they can follow you on social media.
So this week I made sure to remember what the dichotomy is between my Twitter and my Instagram. You can find me on Instagram at Ricky_Rondo, like Rajon Rondo, and on Twitter at Ricky Rondo, one word.
And Scott, what is yours again?
Z_is_binary on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, even though we're not that active on Facebook. But I guess, the older people use Facebook. I don't know. Nonetheless, you can follow the Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, all at Free Kick Pod. You can listen to the podcast at The Free Kick and search Todd Lewis. And check out the website, thefreekickpodcast.com. Had a lot of plans for it, but since we're kind of just sitting here, no action or MLS, things haven't really came to fruition. But we do have a website. But again, congratulations to Ricky, and thanks so much, Scott, for coming on. And with that said, my name is Todd, and this is the Free Kick Podcast.